Another one for a mini guide, I would call this one. This was actually requested by someone for me to put out the build I've been using to farm in the last two videos that I did. So this is the bleed bow. I would say this is the budget version of bleed bow. I'm in the process right now of transitioning this into the medium budget, which actually I did before I made this video, so I had to reverse it back to this one. So that's why my skill tree is not the exact same I ran, because I had to fix a couple things just to get something playable. And I've already started recrafting one of my rings, so I'll talk about that when we get to that point. So it's pretty much MBX's build. So I crafted all the items myself except for the quiver. I bought this for 80 chaos, but everything else was self-crafted. Ran the build without this necklace for a while too, until I was able to build currency to buy it. It's a lot cheaper now than what I bought it for, but this is the only expensive item on this whole build that's worth more than Divine Orb. You don't need this. I'll talk about the replacement I used before, replacement for the ring, like all that kind of stuff. The bow, you can buy a 400, this is only a 400 DPS bow. Yeah, 400 Fizz DPS bow, Citadel. They go for about a Divine Orb. Yeah, like 1-2 Divine Orb, 6 linked. What I did, I just bought the 6 link Citadel bow, 84 plus base, or 85 I think it is, and then I pretty much just started crafting with Harvest. I think it was Fizz I used until I got something playable, to be honest. This one right here is not, or no, I did Essence on this one. I think I started doing Harvest first, and I got bored of it and went to Essence instead just to get something playable. And I pretty much just went for Essence, the one that gives you the Fizz damage. I think it's Content or Containment, something like that. And then until I was trying to hit a decent Fizz damage roll, so I can craft Fizz damage over time, but I never really saw anything above a 20% Fizz damage. So I just kept something like this with Chance to Bleed, and then I just crafted Fizz damage. Chance to Bleed is good because it gives you 100%. If you don't have the the bleed chance on the bow, you have to take these 2 points right here to make up for it, the point loss. So it saves you 2 points if you get on the quiver. And it's pretty much Polarity, Split Arrow, 2120 is really cheap, so just go for this one if you can. Yeah, 18 chaos, I would just buy it like that. Swift Affliction, Brutality, Vicious Proj, and then Chain Support. Very basic setup. Helmet, I just bought a pig face item level 86, and I started crafting something that's pretty much what I needed. And I needed intelligence and resistance, so that's why my helmet looks like this. You don't need links either. In here, it's pretty much Hail to Purity. I'm not even using this with the current build. It's not even on. It's just there as if I got more upgrades to the build, this is my next aura I put on. But you definitely don't need Hail to Purity there. It's a wasted spot. Word Banner, Flesh and Stone, and Molten Shell. I'll talk about the slot later. The quiver is pretty much heavy arrow with the Fizz dot multi on it. Additional bow damage is like a trash rolled anyway, and some life. I think when I looked for this, I just went like this: Fizz damage and life on this one. 100 chaos. If you want to drop the life and craft life yourself, 10, 20, 100, you can definitely get this pretty easy yourself. Owl's Uprise with the Pride No Reservation. This is 8 divines right now. I bought it for, I think, 15 or so. This is the only expensive item on this whole entire build. If you don't want to use this to start, what I was using was actually a Tranquil amulet, I think, or Tranquil, something like it's whatever the amulet is that gives you Dex and Int. I can't remember top of my head what it's called because I sold mine a long time ago. But you would just use that because those are your worst 2 stats on this build, is Dent and Dex, and then just craft the Charisma on top of it, make it easier. And then pretty much with that, you want a Elder base, if I'm correct, to get the Fizz dot multi on it, and then just get stats if what you need. And then you just don't want Pride. It's pretty simple. So this is this is the other only expensive item on this build. This is about 2 to 3 divines for the curse enemies with vulnerability on hit. You don't need this amulet. This is like your way of upgrade too. If you want to go budget, it's in one of these tabs. Here you go. Just use a mark of submission and just put a vulnerability ring in it, or vulnerability gem in this to give you curse on hit. You would lose your ring, but it's a super budget version, like very budget. The other option is drop your Herald of Purity that you don't even using and put a vulnerability jewel in here and only cast it on a boss or any unique. That's pretty much the other route too, because you have a lot of open slots anyway for skills, but you can do that too. And then you can just use this ring for like another chaos ring for chaos res. The original one I had was not this one. It was a stat sticker. I think it had like a lot of decks in on it, and that was it. It was complete trash. Minus mana cost skill, to get your split arrow down to 20. So you just keep casting it. And the other ring is just a chaos ring. Life, resistance, mana's cost, get whichever you need. They're just your fillers. Chest piece. What I did, I just bought a full dragon scale 6-linked and started just throwing stuff at it until I got something playable. So it's pretty much chaos res, regular lev, and life. Nothing good on this whatsoever. It's complete trash. Like prefix is not even a crafted anything on this. I got lazy. But it's pretty much puncture, your vicious proj, brutality, snipe, polarity, and deadly elements. Snipe is a skill you have to get used to playing. It's pretty much a channeling skill. So like, you're going around, hold this up 7 stacks and shoot it. You just want to apply your highest bleed stack so it kills the enemy. So the life goes down. You only use it for like uniques and rare. Like rares that don't want to die easy to your split arrow. Rosada's Coil is probably the best belt for the build. They're very cheap now, like 10 chaos, 15 chaos. When you're looking for these, you want to look for your more maximum to close to 40 and your less minimum close to 30. And then you want to throw Catalyst on this to improve the numbers. The boots, Dragon Scale boots in the Dragon Scale gauntlets, I just bought the bases and started throwing anything on them. Pretty much resistance, life, movement speed. This one, life, resistance. It's pretty straightforward on both of these for a super budget. In here I'm using a Frenzy and Mana Forge arrow. It's what shoots the little random arrow. Well, it's not going to do it now, but it shoots it behind you, around you. It's what also gives your frenzy charges. So overall it makes it real easy. Eventually you want to get your ensnaring arrow on here too. It's just Ballista Totem, ensnaring arrow is just because it makes it easier. This gem is not even needed really. It's just to help when you place down just for like bossing. The gloves are pretty much a frost blink. They're there mainly so you can do this. Let me see. So you hold down your snipe and you keep going. So it lets you keep holding on the snipe as you're moving around, just in case you need to for a boss or something. Malevolence, your damage aura, determination, defense aura, and pride for your Owl's Uprising. The Flasks, bleed immune, Quicksilver, or pretty much onslaught, pretty much make it easier. Silver, jade, granite, Quicksilver, and then pretty much just get anywhere on them. One with attack speed, one with evasion. Hold on. Okay, no, it was evasion. Okay. I have my other flats. I want to make sure I didn't switch them all. Okay, that's my new one. So evasion, armor, and movement speed. The evasion one, you can really drop the evasion one. You have a 27% evasion with the flask up. It's number 2 right now. You have a 52%, so a little bit more defense. If you need to drop the evasion for something else, drop it. It's a flex one for the current version. That's pretty much it with these. These skill tree, ignore this part up here. This is because of this And then these 2 points here were because I just changed my ring. So I was trying to craft my ring to my next version of the build, so I don't have the stats I had on it to fix that. So I just took those to at least show you the build at the current state before I switch it. Pretty straightforward. Lab 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty much your bleed, which bleed chance is really strong. Bleed pops. This gives you your challenge charges, and challenge charges make you run really fast, really fun. And then this gives you more chance to gain like charges and stuff. Wait, where'd I go? I'm trying to go through this quick, so before you forget this. Straightforward. Life. Bow damage. This is your leech over here. Your mana wheel for mana reservation. Resistance and armor. This one right here, you don't need this. I just put it on here just because I had extra point. But pretty much just because my helmet has a higher armor than evasion, I get immune to bleeding, which makes the flask useless, but it's just there for now. Your life wheel, 50% life. Your bleed, take this if you don't have the bleed on your bow. This is if you have to take it. Mana reservation wheel with more damage. Life wheel, drop the points if you need drop points. Same with the point down there. And the point right there if you need to drop them. Up here, skills cost life instead of 30% mana. Take reduced extra from crits, just a little bit more defense. Drop the point if you need to. Same with this point. A jewel slot there and here if you have a jewel to put in there. I didn't. Even +1 frenzy if you want to go that route too, which is really strong. Bleeding duration, more resistance. Oh, I forgot also. I don't have the jewel anymore, but when I was running this, I was running Inspire Learnings right here just for more movement speed and some a couple more buffs for 20 seconds. You don't need it though, so I won't put it in here. But if you want to go Inspire Learnings right here, you can. It counts as the 1, 2, 3, and 4 nodes. Regen life, you don't really need this though either. Life wheel, residue technique, more maximum fizz damage with damage. Up here, pretty much a little bit more life wheel, life point there too. You can drop if you don't need points. If you need more points, drop all this. Another jewel slot up here if you can. The cluster jewel, these 2 points here are also points that you drop. I just had extra points. Your trait caps out like around level 80 or so. In here, it's pretty much the fizz damage, A passive, battle hardened, force multi, and master fundamentals. Because pretty much battle hardened gives you more damage, more armor evasion, all res, and fizz damage, and reduce doesn't matter. This is one jewel I had, life, fizz.multi, and all res, so it worked for now. The medium cluster, I only seen this online, the market, one time ever. I bought this for 10 chaos. It's pretty much a 4 or 5 passive fizz.multi with Ren and Waste Affliction. Pretty much damage elements deal more damage faster and more damage, and then more .multi and more bleed duration. Watcher's Eye, this is like I would say the budget one, is the Malevolence one, which go for about Divine Orb. Just look for Malevolence and just buy one. If you want to upgrade that one, you can go with the Determination ones. With I think it's take reduced damage from crits. I think Determination, or more armor. You can go for, it's pretty much a flex one on the Malevolence. Malevolence, this is like the basic one to start with, and upgrade from here. Reduce the cost of skills, and then the Timeless Jewel. You want Elegant Hubris, and pretty much they're here for these 2 points here. For Chaos Res, you have bleed damage, bleeding faster. You can get the, I don't know if I have one here to show. Fire Res, Shock. So I don't have one here to show it. There's also one that's 80% fizz damage. You can get that one here too if you want. Like, just play with it. There's also another one. I think it's, I forget the exact name. I think it's the other one with a C in the name. But you can get this one to be the one where items don't cost attributes or like required number, so you won't have to get intelligence or dex on your gear and stuff like that. That's an option too, but you just lose a little bit. You lose like like 200 or 300 life doing it, but that's an option also. Trying to think. I think that's everything. Okay, so we're back after that disconnect. I'm gonna continue the video from where I left off, right about the map showcase. DC, so I had to fix some stuff. Don't care. Sure. So one thing about the build is be extremely careful with what you run. You are squishy. That's gonna kill you. That would kill you. Guys, cat's gotta calm down. Chaos orbs are nice. I'm not doing that one though. Oh my god, I hate these things. Actually would have been nice to have going into this. Like when you're playing this build in the current budget, just be extremely careful with your defense, your life, what you run. Current build state, I would stay away from Harbinger, stay away from Delirium. Deli will rip the shit out of you. It's extremely rippy. You can do it, sure, but it's not gonna feel comfortable to do, where you're gonna enjoy it. I did not try the main bosses in the game, like Eater, Exart, Cyrus, all of them. I didn't try it with this build. There is just no point to try it, so I didn't feel like trying it. But there's a lot of things that will kill you. Dots are dangerous. The convert mod sucks. The boss one's horrible. Physics extra, like lightning, is really annoying. A lot of times with this build is just shoot your split arrows out and let it kill off screen. That's the reason why you're also playing the exploding. Everything you kill has a chance. 25 like on. Try to die out fast. There you go. So that's the reason also why you're playing with is it this one? Yeah. That's why you're playing with this, is pretty much to get the explodes going off, so it helps with the clear. If you're doing Legion, if you're doing this, like that's pretty much your main clear speed. If you don't want to play with that, Champion's better, because you get a lot more defense. But you're playing Gladiator just for the explode pops. Another defense thing too I forgot to talk about, if you want to play more defense, depending on the current price, is look for the Forbidden Flesh and Flame Jewels. The Champion's Fortify is extremely strong for defense. It was extremely expensive though when I was playing this build, so I didn't buy it, even though I want to. Another option too is the Champion's banners cost no skills, I think. Wait, this one's horrible. Gotta be quiet also, because the wife went to sleep, so I'm in trouble. I think what I might do too, I might switch over from what you want to call it, running Xart and go try Eater for legions. So when I run these maps also, I usually don't kill the boss. I usually just get to the boss and leave if everything's cleared out. But I'll show the boss. The bossing on this build does work. Where is he? Oh, he's inside. Last one. Like, it's definitely not the fastest build out there. It's definitely much better if you want speed. It's just the build worked for the budget I put into it. I'm happy. I got everything I want out of it, but I'm still gonna keep playing it. I just want to upgrade it to do Harbingers. I want to do like Legion, just at least 30 of them and call it a league for Legion. But I want to do Harbingers. I want to do Delhi. Yeah. This is like, you gotta be very careful with a lot of these mods. Boss is dead. But yeah, like once the snipe goes off, the bosses die usually pretty fast. But that's pretty much it for the showcase. I think I covered everything. I think so. I don't remember for sure. I guess Pantheons. Pretty much Brian Keene, Chill Froze, Avarith, Burning Ground, and Ignite. Burning Ground mainly because you're going XR if you're going Eater. I don't know actually. I never do Eater, so I'm not sure. But I think that's everything. Bandits kill all. I'll link the POE in the description below. And I'm gonna convert this build into the spell suppression, elemental avoidance now, which should give me a lot more defense, so I can start running things that I want to more. But I like the video. See you on the next one. Bye everyone.